to the teeth. Dental, bilabial refers to the lips, maybe not lips, but lips. And this one, dental refers to the teeth. Labiodental refers to the combination of both the lips and the dentals, or the lips and the teeth. Alveolar, that's a place just behind your upper front teeth. That is the alveolar. Post-alveolar, that is a place between the palate, or the palatal, the palate and the alveolar. So there's a space just which is between the alveolar and the palatal. There's a place, a position within the oral tract that is referred to as the post-alveolar. Retroflex, the retroflex just tells us that when that particular sound is produced, the tip of the tongue sort of curls and faces backwards, and faces at the backwards within the oral tract. So again, so the retroflex, again, you'll find it mostly in American English as well. So in American English, maybe they would say something like, or if maybe they're saying the word better. So they wouldn't say better, they might say better. So that actually shows that if shows that the tongue has now curled backwards, and that type of sound is referred to as the retroflex. The palatal. I just realized I've been referring to this as a palatal. And then I looked up the articulation of this word. In American English, they pronounce it as a palatal. So a palatal, that is the place, the roof of the mouth, in the manner of speaking, the part of the mouth, the rooftop, so the hard part of the oral tract. Okay, so that's the palatal place, the hard part of the mouth. The velar, again, refers to, there's another part called the soft palate. The velar is the soft part of the mouth. Uvula, that is at the back of the throat. Pharyngeal or laryngeal refers to this part here, to the voice box, so to speak. And glottal, the glottal refers to the trachea, or this part, the throat. Some sounds are produced right here, like the sound right here in the throat. So the sound and the H sound is referred to as a glottal, because it's produced right here. And again, so what would be the name of this sound? So the way that we name this sound, we look at its manner of articulation. We also look at its place of articulation. So this particular sound here will be a plosive bilabial. Again, because it appears on the left, it will be a voiceless plosive bilabial. This one, because it appears on the right, it will be a voiced bilabial plosive. Okay, and all of these sounds here have got their labels, or they have got their names. This one, because it appears on the right, it will be a voiced bilabial nasal. This one, a voiced labiodental nasal, and so on. A voiced bilabial trill. This one here could either be a dental trill, or an alveolar trill, or a post-alveolar trill. Same with this one. This one, this one would be a voiceless plosive retroflex. This one would be a voiced plosive retroflex. And we can name all of the sounds in all the languages by using this international phonetic chart. This one right here, a voiceless lateral fricative alveolar. And this one on its right, a voiced lateral fricative alveolar. A voiceless fricative velar, and a voiced fricative velar. A voiceless fricative uvula, and a voiced fricative uvula. You get the picture, right? I hope you get it. Of course. Okay, so this is the an animated anatomy of the human oral tract, right? So here, yeah, so these are all the different parts, the articulators that are responsible for, that are responsible for speech production, or for the production of segments, or for the production of phonemes or allophones, right? Yeah, so pharynx, oral cavity. So this is the oral cavity. So this is the palate. This is the hard part right here. These are the labials, the lips, the jaw, but then there's the dental, or the teeth, the dentals. These are the dentals, and they're also quite important for speech production. The nasal cavity is the nasal cavity, because some sounds are actually produced through the nostrils, and so this why the nasal cavity is also labeled. The nasal cavity is also considered to be part of the oral tract, because some sounds are produced right here, such as the M and the N, for instance. Ooh, pharynx, some sounds are produced right here, larynx, and so on. And so this is the image of an anatomy, again, dissected. So showing this part and showing the parts that are responsible for speech production. So that the lips they are important in the articulation of consonants, also in the articulation of vowels. One thing that I forgot to mention about the vowels, is that in the articulation of the vowels, the lips also play a very important role, in that the shape of the lips determine the nature of the vowel that is being articulated. So sometimes when some vowels are produced, the lips are said to be rounded, right? Sometimes when some vowels are produced, the lips might be protruding outward. So they might be the lips might be pouted like this. When some vowels are produced, the lips are may be wide, considered to be wide, right? So, for instance, the vowel the lips there are the lips are open there. But in the articulation of the vowels such as the lips become rounded. The lips become rounded, and the lips sort of protrude outward. In the articulation of vowels such as o, the lips are also rounded there. A, the lips are the lips are in a wide position. So the lips as well also play an important part in determining the kind of vowels that are articulate, that are produced.